This is a contact sheet, and as you can see, it shows miniature thumbnails, and it's meant to mimic a photographer's contact sheet, something that you'd make up in the darkroom so that you could then look through all the pictures and mark up the pictures that you're interested in, or make comments on partial pictures or pictures you're not interested in. So a contact sheet can be used from a graphic design purpose for the same reason, or it might be that you want to lay out all your work equally, and then you can print it out for your sketchbook or show your workflow. I'm just going to show you how to produce a contact sheet. So here's the sources that I was working from for the first challenge, and I'm just going to open them up in Bridge. Now when you open them in Bridge, it may look something like that, it may look like that. Basically, Bridge allows you to look at your thumbnails and organize your thumbnails, so I can throw things around, rename your thumbnails if you so wish, or view your thumbnails, and here you have a loop. So this is a photographer's loop, so we can check that everything is in focus. Now there are also other things down here. So you can check the type of image it is, you can check the file type, you can check the dimensions and the resolution of that image. So there's lots of information embedded in the image. What we're really interested in is going to output, and in output we can either use the templates, so these are various assortments of contact sheets, or you can decide on your own template. So you can decide how you want your grid laid out. So let's say for this I would like to have maybe 9 or 12 on the sheet. We want them big enough so that we can see them and mark them up, but they don't need to be huge for the sketchbook or journal. So if you start from the top and just work your way through, we're printing to an A4 page. You can put a background colour on if you want. On contact sheet I wouldn't really advise it. Resolution 300 for printing, that's fine. And then you can decide whether you want to include the file name or not. I'll keep it on for the moment. In the grid and margin section, you decide on the level of grid, and you can also go in here and type as well. Okay, so I'm going to make mine 3 by 4. You can put in spacing. If you wanted to, you might want to handwrite underneath some of the images. And then again, you can pad the cell sizes. You can also add margins. So if you wanted to type something up in the margin or handwrite, likewise at the bottom, and you've got margins to the left and right. So you might want to bring those in if you're going to cut it out for your sketchbook, so it fits neater. In the header and footer, you can put in a header. So I'm going to say this is contact sheet for sources. Decide on the size. And then maybe my margin was a little bit too tall, so I'm just going to move it up again. And so on. Later you can add watermarks to images as well. Now, this type of contact sheet, you drag and drop. So I'm just going to organize as I go along. I'm not going to put that one in. I'll put this one in. And it tells the story of my search. So you just drag them in. So now I've populated this table. I can see I probably could have got away with 9. So it's worthwhile counting your images first. And you can always look at Essentials, and it'll tell you how many images you have. Let's go back to Output. I'm going to just export straight to PDF, and it will export this document. But just before I do, I can still change this. So I can go into Grid, and I can decide I want 3 by 3. And that will update. Then I'm going to export, give it a name and know where you're putting it. So this is my contact sheet for sources. And I name so that I will remember what's in the document. There you go. Now it's generated to contact sheet. I can use it straight into my sketchbook or journal, or chop it up and do whatever I want to do with it. When you're finished, you can just reset, and then I'm going to look at bringing in the next folder. So here's my finished pieces of work, and you know, it may be that I want to have less images per page so that I can show the detail a bit better. So maybe I want 2 columns and have 6 images per page, because this is more important. This is the finished work, and again you can organize those. Let's put all the baby-faced ones together, and we'll put him down here. Okay. So I'm going to export that and then come back, reset it, and do the next lot. And there's my baby face. This is one of several ways that you can generate a contact sheet. So I'm just going to reset it and then finish off with the rest of them, and so on and so on. And then I can export to PDF. Don't forget to rename and to save in the right place.